Okay, so everyone, yesterday we didn't finish, okay, so today I will finish it. And of course, I will spend more time in the final question. So the final question is about chapter 10. Chapter 10, financial management. So I will spend more time in explaining the details. Okay, explaining the details. Okay, so I won't be doing anything, so we will start straight away, okay? Now, so our previous one, we are done with section A, we are done with section B, as well as talk about what kind of question you're going to focus on, and then I already say consider quite predictable, something like that, as in the questions and stuff, and make sure you have the touchable link, just to show a bit, okay, in front of the screen, just in case lah you don't know what I'm talking about, as in the touchable link. Okay, now, so the touchable link that I sent in the SPM 2026 WhatsApp group. So if any of you from Form 4 you want to enter that, okay, you can message me in IG, okay, find me there, Liang Mathematics, I can send it to you, okay? But make sure you're Form 4, because if let's say Form 5 SPM 2025, you will enter to the other what's it called, WhatsApp group. So the purpose of the group, very simple, is just to update. If I have any live session in YouTube, I'll let you know. Okay, I'll let you know there. So I won't spam anything there. Okay, now so I show you a bit, just in case you don't know what's that. Okay, so in the group itself, right, I sent something like this, you see? I sent something like this. You see, touchable Form 4 final exam mathematics, blah blah blah. This is a link, which is a PDF. Don't print it out, right? So it's a link where after you open up, look at this. It looks like this. It looks like this. So do you notice? Everything is a hyperlink. Is blue color one, right? Yeah. So when you tap on it, it will fly you to that specific explanation. Now, so this PDF file, right, mantap, is something that you need for average students, or maybe super weak students. You need this as explanation. But if let's say super weak students, you need basic. You must let me know personally in WhatsApp, so I can help you out by sending you some basic videos. Okay. So that's all. That's the intro lah for our previous lesson. Okay. Now, so let's get into the question. Section C, 15 marks per question. Okay, 15 marks per question, and 2 questions you select one to do in the exam. You want to do both also can. It's just that if let's say you don't have enough time, then better don't select the question where you're confident. You want to do both, actually possible. Okay. Now the next thing will be, it says water rocket competition is getting popular among students in Malaysia. Diagram 12 shows the path of water rocket recorded using stroboscope. Wow. If I'm not mistaken, I searched it before. It's something where it's like snap picture, it's like you snap one by one, like if I'm not mistaken, it's like a very fast camera if I'm not mistaken. When it launched on a vertical plane that is drawn on a Cartesian plane. So you notice this is the launching point where it's showing coordinate of 0, 0 Now, so students, this kind of question relating to graph, so this thing obviously is about quadratic already. If let's say quadratic, somehow got graph, then sure it will be function. If let's say it is function, then you know there's a few things that you have to know, which is your general form. Okay, your general form, ax squared plus bx plus c, but then it's something relating to what? Function, I tell you, it will be fx already. Now, so when you talk about all these things, right, suddenly a few things gonna pop up. So that's why for weak students, what you need to do is to familiarize. When you do one, come on, you can familiarize. You are then pro already, So if let's say you are like me, normal, so what you're gonna do? You're gonna spam question a lot of times, because one day after you spend like probably 10 questions, 20 questions, even like 30, 50 questions, suddenly you will be like, Nani? I macam understand a bit of things already. So slowly we'll get there. Yeah, so trust me, you do, the more you do, right, suddenly one day, just it's like a light bulb, something like that. Okay, so that's why you have to spend a lot. Okay, spam a lot. Now, so what are the things that you're gonna focus on? Okay, let me tell you something. To focus on, right? The first thing you're gonna focus on will be whether the A is showing positive or negative. Because if your A is a positive, it will be a smiley face. If let's say your A is a negative, then it will be a sad face. So that's the first thing you're gonna focus on. Okay, then I mean automatically when you see function, these are the things that are gonna pop up. Then the second thing that pops up in your mind now is it number two. Number two, you're gonna understand something called y-intercept. Okay, y-intercept, the so-called C. So where is the y-intercept? In this case, the y-intercept, the what? I would say the intersection between your curve graph and your y-axis. Then you know that lah. Okay, then after that, this is actually from Form 2, Chapter 8. But it's still under your Form 4, Chapter 1 lah. But it says that Form 2, Chapter 8, you really understand this thing like by right. Okay, then after that, after this, we're going to go to Form 4 level. We have to go for number 3, which is your x-intercept. So how do you get your x-intercept? You're going to replace y, or maybe we name it as fx equals to 0. Then you have to replace equals 0. So when you replace equals 0, then you can so-called type calculator, remember? You're going to type calculator, use the trick, blah, 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 then you will get x answer, right? So for this case, one of the x-intercept is already given, which is 0. Another x-intercept, so we have to find it later lah. So that will be the x-intercept lah. And then finally, the fourth thing that you're going to focus on, that's why you see, that's why sometimes you have nothing to mention. You have nothing to say because you have nothing to blow water, 吹水. So in order to make sure you can 吹水, blow water, so what you need to do is to make sure you understand a particular thing very well. Then you can keep blowing, blah, 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 you can mention a lot of things. I don't know lah. To me, this is the reason why I can talk so much. So before that, if let's say back to like Form 4 and Form 5, I'm not so good in certain things, right? I just keep quiet. Seems like introvert lah. So that's why now, right? Although I don't really like speak to a lot of people, but when times come, I need to explain our blah 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 a lot. Okay? Yes. So now number 4, you will focus on maximum point or minimum point. So normal, everyone. Now, maximum point is when you have set face. Maximum point. So I'm pretty sure in this case, you know lah. This thing, later I will use this thing to go through them. Okay, then finally your minimum point will be when you have a smiley face. You see, that will be a minimum point. Then smiley face, there will be a minimum point at the bottom. Okay, now so how do you get the minimum point x and y? How do you get the minimum point x and y? I'll just quickly put it over here. There will be a fixed formula to it. It's either you can use this point and this point plus together divide by 2 to get the minimum point x value. You see? Then the x value one. Or maybe there is a fixed formula. Okay, number 1 is by using common sense. Plus together, you plus the x-intercept together, you know. You plus the x-intercept, you see? X-intercept number 1, x-intercept number 2, plus together divide by 2, then you get the x value already. Or maybe you can use negative b over 2a. All these things, it's given in the touchable link that I showed you just. Okay? Now, of course, finally, your y, okay, your y, how are you going to do it? Your y, what you're going to do is that, you're going to, because you have your x value already. Once you get your x value, you will do the substitution. Okay, so whether this question you need it or not, okay, we will check out and see whether we need it. But anyhow, these are the 4 things that are going to pop up in your mind. These are the 4 things that you're going to focus on when you see function, when you see graph that relates to quadratics. Okay, now, so back to the question and see whether we need to go through everything or not. Okay, now, so look at the graph now. Okay, first of all, it's a smiley face. Okay, it's a smiley face. Sorry, let me just complete this one first. Okay, now, so number 1, if let's say you're going to check A whether it is positive or negative, obviously your A is negative lah, because it's a smiley face, it's a sad face lah, right? Number 2, your y-intercept is 0 lah, then this is your y-intercept lah. This is your number 2 lah. Okay, now then of course next we're gonna get into our x-intercept. Okay, your x-intercept, where this x-intercept, one of it is 0 lah. Then 0 x-intercept. Another one will be I don't know because they didn't mention anything. So later I will read the question to continue. That's why I say I explain a lot of things. Okay, then one don't have. And finally we have number 4. Obviously this will be maximum point, and this maximum point is over here, the maximum point. So I tell you all the things now lah. Okay, so next look at number 1 and see how what they want. The path of the water rocket is represented in quadratic function of this thing, which is obviously a general form, which is considered a blank lah. State the range. Range meaning you have to use something like greater, lesser, greater, equal, something like that. So in this case, the value of A, obviously it must be lesser than 0. Can your A be 0? Of course cannot. If your A is a 0, you times with the x square, it becomes not quadratic anymore. So your A must be lesser than 0. So that's the answer. Okay, your A must be less than 0. Because you want to get negative, ma. If you get negative only, you will get you will get a set phase, ma. Is it? You need to get a negative to get a set phase, ma. If let's say your A greater than 0, it becomes a smiley face already. Okay, so that will be your first answer, la. Okay, number 2. The water rocket reaches a maximum height of 5. Okay, maximum height. So it means this one is shoot up to 5. This one shoot up to 5. So meaning your Y you know already at 5. Oh, so it shoot up to 5. Okay, so once it shoot up to 5, then what else they mention? Then they say from the ground and landed 8 meters from the launching point. You see, this is the launching point. Landed 8 meters. Oh, I got it already. The x-intercept 8. Then you see in meters. Correct. So you see we get this thing already 8. This one is not corridor, this one is like n. Your 0 is your first x-intercept, your 8 is the next x-intercept. Then after that, next we accidentally found the x. Remember just now I said we can use common sense to handle 0 and 8. So I plus, you see this one 0 and 8. Oh, plus together divide by 2, you get 4. So I found it 4. Ta-da! So looks like they asked us to state the coordinate of the maximum point of the water rocket. Got it already, long. So your answer will be 4 and 5. 4 and 5 the maximum point. So got it already. Understand? Okay, so we're gonna move to the next part already. Okay. Now the next part. So let me move to the next part now. Okay. Now, the next part, right, what it says part B. So let's see part B, what they want. Wait, let me just open up my PDF file. I need my PDF file to be here. Okay, got it. So my PDF file, easier for me to watch the whole thing. Okay, fantastic. Okay, nice. Then part B. Okay, part B. You see A done already. So now part B. Now part B, what it says? It says diagram 13 shows the design of the water rocket bottle. Okay, water rocket bottle. So 15 is like this, totally separate stuff. It's just that they're using the same rocket point of view. But this question that refined already. So I take away some of the parts and replace with something relevant to Form 4. This question supposedly is from SPM model paper. So I take away some of the Form 5 part already. So 13 shows design of water rocket bottle, which consists of a combination of hemisphere, cylinder, and a cone. Formula suppose it's given in your exam. They will provide you a formula sheet. You can use it. And this one, obviously, it's about filling water. So if let's say filling water means it's relating to volume, everybody. Volume. Okay, then given that the three shapes have the same radius, so the radius obviously will be 5. Okay, the radius obviously will be 5. The height of the cylinder is 4 times. The height of the cylinder is 4 times its radius. Oh, so it looks like this thing. The height of the cylinder, I repeat, height of the cylinder is 4 times the radius, 20. Okay, now they say 20, 4 times. Okay, right? Now then, what else? Then the next thing, it says that okay, let me see whether I missed out anything or not. Yeah, okay. Then they say the height of the cone is the same as the radius. So if let's say the height of the cone is 5, then they say if 1/3 of the volume of the bottle, 1/3 of the volume of the bottle is filled with water, not the height 1/3, you know, the volume of the bottle. So the first thing you do is to what? Is to calculate the whole bottle's volume. So we're gonna, of course, go and find the formula sheet and then copy the formula out. Okay, but for me, I will write it over here for you. Okay, now so I'll put it over here, everyone. We have our hemisphere. Hemisphere formula, it will be 1/2 times 4/3 pi r cube, or maybe you can straight 2/3 pi r cube lah. So that's the formula lah. And then the second one, we have cylinder. I'll put it over here for you. Cylinder will be pi r square h, and finally cone. Cone will be what? Cone will be 1/3 of your pi r square h. But this one you have to be careful because the cone and the cylinder is not related in this case because they have different heights. Okay. Now, so we're gonna do it separately. So we have the whole rocket's volume. So I'll straight get into the calculation. Okay. So 2/3 times pi is given 2/7 times radius of 5 cube. And then we're going to add up with cylinder, 22/7, then radius 5 square, and then height of the cylinder, 20. Or maybe if let's say you don't want, you can put 5 times 4 lah, because you're going to prove it that it is 4 times, right, if you want. And then you're going to add up with another one, 1/3, 22/7. The height is 5 square, the radius is 5 square, and the height is the same as the radius according to the description above. So we got the title already. Now, so once we get this, we will quickly type into the calculator. We quickly type into calculator and do the checking. So 2/3, 22/7 times. Then you will get decimal is fine. I will just leave it. I don't want to put everything one by one. Okay. So the next one we're gonna plus with 22/7 times 25 times 20. Okay, so I add up already. So I'm gonna plus 1/3 and then 22/7 and then okay. So eventually I will get my final answer as I'll put in fraction format. Okay, because there is too many decimal points. 13750/7 cm cube. Okay, cm cube. Now students, this is the whole thing. But they say the water that filled inside is only 1/3 the total. So the water inside, not this one is whole, not the water, you know. This one is the whole rocket. This one is the water in the rocket. So I will take this times with 1/3 because they say 1/3 filled up only, right? Let me check out my WhatsApp. No, not WhatsApp. Okay, so just now the answer 13750/7 times 1/3. Okay. Yeah. Yes, correct. Times 1/3. We will get our answer as what it's the same as this times below me. So you will get this answer. Then once you get this answer, what is the goal? What they want you to do? They say calculate H, or they want to calculate H. Okay lah. So looks like we know this one is 5 already. So we need to get this part. I put X. So you know what I will do or not? I will take this volume of the water. I minus out the cone. Because after I minus out the cone, I'll be able to get the leftover. Then I use the cylinder formula to work backwards to get the height, which is X. So for me, I'll do that way. You have different ways to solve it. Go ahead, try it out. Okay, try it out. So in this case, the next thing will be I will write water for the cylinder portion. Okay, cylinders part. Maybe if let's say English wise you are not so okay, just put parts can already. So 13750/21 minus the cone. the cone is the last one here lah. So I'll just put lah. I'll just recopy because I didn't put the answer there lah. I just recopy the whole thing there. I will minus it, everybody. Okay, so this one we're gonna minus 1/3 22/7. So this one I will get 110. Wait, let me check. Let me check whether I put wrongly or not. Okay, volume of the pen is here, everyone. Then yes, 0/21. Yes, I didn't type wrongly, I thought I typed. Then this one cm cubed. And this answer, what I'm gonna do is, okay, let me rearrange a bit so easier for me to write the next workings. So the next working will be this thing represent the cylinder part only. So now to work out the whole thing, it will be pi radius 5 square, height unknown. I put x already, correct? I put x already. This is what we are actually finding lah. Okay, so this equals to 11000/21. I will work backwards to get the x now. I'll work backwards to get the x now. So you get fraction is fine, student. So x equals to 11000/21. Then you're gonna times with 7/22. Then you're gonna times this thing. You're gonna make it divide by 5 square. Or maybe divide by 25 lah, let's say. But let's say you don't want to write so many things over here, right? So what you can do, I show you. If let's say you say, teacher, very troublesome this one. Then okay lor, you times first lor. Times first means, I show you everyone. You take your 5 square which is 25 lah. So 25 times 20/7. So I'll make it into fraction, which is 550/7. Then you write 1 scan already, no? Okay, not? Times 7/550. So x equals to 11000/21 minus the answer. So your final answer for x, wait on. 11000/21. Then this one we have to times 7 divide by 550. Divide, sorry, I just have to put times 11. So the answer will be 20/3. That's the x. So therefore, h equals to 5 plus 20/3. Okay, so now I'm adding. So I'm adding. By the way, your volume question is actually belongs to form 2. Okay. So eventually you will get your answer as 35/3, which is, I still personally prefer fraction, 11 2/3 cm. So that's the final answer. Now, so we are done with the part B thing, 5 marks, and the previous one 3 marks. We get 8 marks. Okay, so now can you see 8 marks plus this D and D? Crazy ones, D and D 9 marks. So way more than 15 already, correct? That's why I say it's not according to the actual marks one. It's just that I'm showing you things that you need to know lah. Okay, so quickly get into the next part, which is part C now. Now, part C, I forget to put the graph paper part for you lah. Okay, so as for my case, right, I'll just take one graph paper over here because I didn't use it. I'll take this graph paper. Yeah, so you just take your own graph paper can already, okay? So I'll put it over here to explain that to you. Yeah, I'll explain that to you. Now, so normally they'll get you a graph paper like this, and normally the graph they will give you according to what they want. But this time I just copy the whole thing out. Now they say determine the median, first quartile, third quartile for the following sets. Students, super high chance you will get it. I noticed partial questions even in CHS paper. I said majority of my students from CHS, right? I noticed partial paper, a lot of Boxplot, standard deviation. Yeah, even SPM, this year partial got Boxplot as well. Boxplot. Okay, so how do you get your median first quartile, third quartile? Okay, very simple, everybody. You have to rearrange the data below into ascending order first. Okay, into ascending order first. So we will just scan through and rewrite. Okay, let's get with the smallest 2, 2, then 3. Okay, so I put there 2, 2, and 3. Next, after 2, 2, 3, nope, you're gonna get 5, 6, 6. Okay, 5 by 5, 5, 6, and 6. And then after that, we have what? We have the next one supposed to be 8 already, no? So we have 8. What else? 11, 12, and 12. Okay, 8, 11, 12, and 12. 8, 11, 12, and 12. The next one obviously will be 13. So 13, then 20. Okay, 13, 20, and then wait, 13, 13, 13, done already. 20 also done already. Then we have 24 and 24. So 24 and 24, and finally we have 25. So I'm pretty sure we didn't miss out anything because I cancelled everything, but I still count there is how many datas there. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, then 10, 12, 12, another 3, 15 of them. Let's check. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, correct. So we already rearrange it. Okay, we rearrange already. And students, I'll just put it over here to explain the scenario to you, okay? Wait, everyone, wait. So I'll put it bottom a bit, so easier for me to explain the whole situation. Okay, everyone. So now I'm going to explain to you that your box plot, okay, box plot, you need a total of 5 very important informations, not data, you know, informations. Data is like let's say your mathematics marks, okay, all the students in the class, I need your height, okay, right, your weight, these are data. So they want what? They want the maximum value, they want the minimum value, they want the first quartile, which is 1/4 of your total frequency, but for this case, we are not doing any calculation, we just pinpoint it, okay? And third quartile, which is 3/4 of your total frequency. Again, we are not doing calculation, we're going to count it ourselves. Okay, then finally, we have second quartile, which is the mean. Sorry, what mean? Your median. Okay, your median. So where is it? Very simple. So I remember in our class, I mentioned this before, but I'm not going to point it because later I gonna ban. Okay, so look at this, 5 fingers. Students, 5 finger, you do it in front of the screen yourself. I'm not pointing, I'll just point to you, okay? 5 fingers. Can you tell me 5 fingers? Odd numbers amount of data. 1 data, 2 data, 3 data, 4 data, 5 data. Where is the middle point? I don't want to point it, you point it yourself, okay? Now, so then this one is the middle figure. So, like odd numbers amount of data, you have 1 median in the middle. Fill in the blanks, everybody. Wait. Okay, now. So, this one is your median. So, you got 1 only. But how if you have 4 fingers? Just not odd number, even number. Then where's your median? It's still in the middle, right? But in order to get the one in the middle, you need 2 data to plus together and then divide by 2. That's the difference. So in this case, people 15. 15 is this one, no? 15 is odd number, so you get 1 median only. So where's the 1 median? Very simple. Let me show you. 15, I'll show you. And do a box. If I say 15, it means you got 1 in the middle. So 15 minus 1, you get 14. 14 divided by 2, you get 7. So you count 7, number 8 is your data already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is number 8. This is the median. So I got it already. Median is 11. And then next you have left and right. Left and right. See or not? Left and right. So your left and right, now you get the so-called, look at this, so-called median of the left side and median of the right side. Because the median of the left side, odd number. So you know, odd number, then you know. So you have 1 in the middle, then you have 3 and 3, because total. So you are getting the 4th one. So let's go and get the 4th one. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4th one. This one also no lah, so little only, you see. 1, 2, 3, fourth one. So this will be your first quartile. This will be your third quartile. So you see, for this kind of like I would say shattered data, you can just use finger and count it. Okay, so I got answer already. We have 5. We have 25, 20, and our this one at the balik already. I'm so sorry. This one minimum first, and then maximum. So sorry. So minimum you have 2, maximum you have 25. Then these are the 5 information you need to draw your box plot. So now we're gonna draw the box plot. So I will do it over here. By the way, students, your numbers is quite unique lah. Unique means quite near to each other, and where as well as it's not in a proper pattern lah. So I would say better we use something like I try whether possible or not. 0, and then after that this thing I make it into, I see whether 5 can or not. 5, I don't think it can. 5, 10, 50, it can more. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's too small. Let's try 2, 4, 6, 8. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 cannot. Cannot. 14, 16, 18 cannot. So we need 25. So looks like the better choice will be 5 lah. The better choice will be 5 lah. So I put there, everyone draw a line. I will put it over here, guys. I'll put it over here so that my box is more complete lah. So wait, don't draw. 5, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, look, this one good enough. Okay, this one good enough. Okay, not too big. Okay, not too big. It's okay. Then after that, we will put like some lines to indicate the parts. So students, how many box indicate 1 unit, every 2 box indicate 1 unit lah. So my number 2 will be, this is 1, this is 2. I will plot it over here, 2. Then after that, next I have 5. Okay, next I have 11. Next I have 20. Next I have 25. But be careful, don't draw the whole thing. So you draw line, the box in the middle, you make it like 3 boxes also can. You make it like how many boxes? 4 boxes also can, up to you lah. Then we will connect them together like a box in the middle. Then students, I'm done already. So this is the box plot thing. So make sure everything nice lah. Okay. Then don't forget, you're gonna label anything or not. No, they don't have any units there. So that will be your complete box plot. Probably you can put a title there lah. This is a box plot. Okay, a box plot. Okay, a box plot. So far, understand? Can a box plot super high chance on? Okay. Now, so everyone, I will straight get into what? I will straight get into our final part, which is D. Super high chance as well. But in normal class, I mentioned a lot of times, like your standard deviation. We have 3 versions by the way. So one of the version is like this, it's like this, and of course another version is more to like in a table form, and the third one is more to like get you the total and stuff. So all these things you can get it from the touchable link. So you click on that and you will be able to see. Even in description, I already put it. You can click on the description. I already place it over there for you to click. Okay. Now, so everyone, now we have our final part, which is part D. So I will move this away, easier for me to explain to you lah. Okay, I'll move it away. I'll just focus on what? I'll just focus on. Okay, I'll focus on focus on this part over here. Question D. Okay. Now, so after this part, right, the remaining time I will mention a lot of very in-depth financial management questions. Okay, question. You have to be careful. Okay, you have to be careful. Okay. Now, so over here, the mean and the median of the following data sets are K. Alright, students, be careful. They mentioned something very important. They say the mean is K. as well as the median is k. Better I spell it, I don't use this. Okay, the mean is k as well as the median is k. And some more, when you look at the data, right, inside there is a k. So we know the k must be in the middle already. Okay, now I rearrange, but I still prefer student to like probably rearrange using pencil in case you're not so sure about it. Then after that, only you write into pencil for this kind of rearranging part. The smallest one so far it's sorry, I missed out something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I forget to calculate this now. Total you have 9 data. So total 9 data. I already said odd numbers you have 1 in the middle. So meaning something like this. I show you a box total 9. Since you have 1 in the middle, you take 9 minus 1, you get 8. 8 divided by 2, 4 data, 4 data. So after you rearrange 4 data, your median will be k you put in the middle. So we get the smallest one first. Okay, we start off with the smallest one, which is what? Which is 8. So 8, the smallest one I put here, here right? 8, and then after 8 will be 10, after 10 will be 13 and 13. So 10, 13 and 13. Students, now you can put k, because k the median. Then the next one you have 17, then you have 18, you have 20, then 21, 20, then 21. Students, I've done with the rearranging, and you notice median in the middle already. And now, in order to continue, we will get the, you see this one median. In order to continue, we will get the mean calculation. See, 8 plus 10 plus 13 plus 13 plus k plus 17 plus 18 plus 20 plus 21. Divide by how many datas? 9 datas equals to mean answer, which is k as well. That's why this question, they trick you by placing k as part of the data and you thought that's the answer. So just be confident with what they mentioned to you, okay? Now we're going to add up 8. We're going to add up all the figures on top, okay? And of course, simultaneously, you can bring this 9 over because it's single fraction, so you get 9k already. So, yeah. Okay, so we have 8 plus 10 plus 13 plus 13 plus 17 plus 18 plus 20 plus 21. Oh, it's 120 plus k. Bring the k over. 120 equals to 9k minus k, 8k. K equals to, you bring the 8 over and divide it. So you will be getting 15. Students, we found it. The first answer, we found it. K equals to 15. Done already, no? Okay, so I'll put it by the side. Okay, put it by the side. That will be number 1. Okay, number 2. Okay, number 2. Hence, find the standard deviation of the data set. Give your answer in 4 significant figures. Students, please utilize the calculator method that I've been talking about. Calculator method will seriously ease the whole calculation process. Okay, it will ease your calculation process. Okay, so use the method that I mentioned using calculator to type it out, because the answer scheme very short only. Okay, so if let's say you type 1 by 1, bit by bit, square, seriously waste of time. Okay, so since they want standard deviation only, so I'm going to kick in my standard deviation equals to a huge square root. Okay, you must write proper workings lah. Okay, huge square root. Wait, let me just put it nicely. Okay, so I'm going to put like 8 square plus 10 square plus 13 square plus 13 square plus the k, got it already, is 15 square, 17 square, 18 square, 20 square, and then 21 square. Divide by how many datas, everyone? Divide by 9 minus your mean. Just how we got it already. Mean, they already told you it's actually 15. Right? Then you can straight use 15 square. If you want to redo, can one, waste your time. But they already said, so 15 square. Okay, students, I got my first value, first working already. It's good enough. Then you kasi hantam into calculator now. Okay, so you kasi hantam into calculator, what do you get? You will get, let me just quickly, 8, 10, 13, 13, 15, 17, 18, 20, 21. So next, I will straight get my standard deviation answer, which is 4.2. 4.1633 something lah. So they want it to be how many? Sorry. They want it to be 4 significant figure. Your answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4. No need to round off. 1, 1, 6, 4, 3. Then you put that 4SF. Must put that 4SF. Okay, angka berarti. Significant figure means angka berarti. Okay, so after you get this, you move down. Then they say what? They say, number 3. I just like this week, I completed number 3, and I said, if each data in the set is added by 3, every single data added by 3 and multiplied by 2, find the variance of the new set of data and give it into 4 significant figure. Students, this question, right, if you redo by adding 3 times 2, adding 3 times 2, adding 3 times 2, for every single data, come on, that's what I did last time. Okay, but in your textbook, I already mentioned in class, if your teacher did mention it, where suppose they have to mention it because it's in the textbook, you know. So you can actually do it super fast like this, because they want the variance. So you see what I'm going to do. Now students, if let's say you are using calculator, especially MS calculator, right? This is your standard deviation answer, which is 4.163333. You don't take the rounded off answer to convert into variance, waste of time. So what I do is that I will straight square it to make it variance. So my variance equals to, I square it, I get 17.333. Oh, never mind. No. So looks like we the parser have to make it 4 significant figures. You see, 17.333, a lot of 3. So 17.33 lah. And then what happened next is that our textbook mentioned, okay, maybe I show you textbook lah, then easier for students to understand. Now I show you textbook, everybody. In textbook, right, you see, there is a part where I love it so much, which is something relating to mind stimulation. So look at this. In your textbook, they mentioned that, they say, what is the effect of data changes on dispersion? You look at A and B. Each data added or subtracted by a constant. Constant means a fixed number. In this case, our question is about adding 3 for every single data. And then you look at B, they say each data multiplied or divided by a constant uniformly. You know, I'm going to say already, multiply by 3 for every single data. So what happened is that this teacher over here, right, you see, this teacher over here already said, I have this data and everything added by 5. And they wanted you to do the activity in the class, but I don't think your teacher will do the same thing like me. Because it's already provided. Like fast-paced class, you see, you look at the green color part, my simulation in the activity found that there will be no changes. Good luck. No changes. So no changes, you don't have to do anything. But how if it is time? So this teacher over here said, I have a set of data and everything multiplied by 2. Basically, divide by something is the same. Multiply by 2, divide by 4. Divide by 4 means times 104. Same. It's still times. So they say what? They say, according to the mind simulation, you have to divide into groups, then you're going to do it and tell me. But the teacher said, no need. I found it already and tell you the answer, you see. There is changes. You just times everything, times everything. What is the changes? Just times. What is the changes? Maybe it's like divide by 4, then everything divide by 4. Except for variance. Because variance is the answer before it reaches standard deviation, right? So your changes, you have to square them. Okay, because your standard deviation answer is like after you square root variance. So to reverse, you have to square. So you go back to the question, right? Do you have to do anything to add it by 3? You just cancel it and ignore. Then you focus on multiply by 2. So you take 17.33. Sorry, I missed out a very important word. The very important word is this. Okay, you write new variance equals to 17.33 times 2 with square. This is important the square. If let's say other things like range lah, interquartile range lah, okay, no need. That one, what you can do is that you just times 2. This one you have to square. Okay. For these students, Sunny, right? You just scroll back and watch it again. Scroll back and watch it easier. Okay. Then this one you just times it with 2 square. Okay, times it with 2 square, and your answer will be 69.33. They want 4 significant figure, you put there 4SF. Done? Okay, 4SF. Okay, now, so what you're going to do next, since we are done with every question in question 16 already, now our most important part, especially for the normal class, because I'm pretty sure we cannot handle up to chapter 10 before your exam one. So chapter 10, please look at how I explain to you using complete question. Okay, now students, before we get into this, I have to intro to you so you get a big picture of what is chapter 10. Okay, I remember in the class I mentioned this very important phrase. I said this because a lot of students say, teacher, wait, why it looks like account one? A lot of students mention this, you know. Okay, let me tell you something. Now, so look at the phrase that I'm going to mention to you. If you think account is hard, account means principal account. Huh? If you think account is hard, this will be easy. If you think account cheap, easy, teacher, this is rubbish. See, I mean the difficulty level. I'm not saying this topic is not worth understanding it. Come on, this topic is very, very powerful, especially for your financial literacy, a bit of it. Of course, there are so many things you have to understand for financial literacy. Okay. Now, so students, I'm gonna write some information for you to understand. Okay, especially you can look at this part over here. There's a super huge blank space, right? Please write it together. Okay. Then send to me. See how beautiful you write. In IG, you can send to me lah. Okay. Now, student, let me explain that to you. Form 4 C10. Financial management. You see how I handle it. Financial management. So students, financial management, if let's say we're gonna use like a question-based teaching, right? I will explain it this way. First of all, we have to understand we have 4 types of question. Okay, we have 4 types of question. We have the cash flow question. We have cash flow question. Okay, cash flow. We have something called financial plan. Okay, we have financial plan. This one. Okay, this one normally 4 marks are maximum in your paper 2 point of view. Paper 1 and you know paper 2, you should know paper 1 already. Paper 1, every single question 0.7. Because 1 question 1 mark, you have to divide by 140. Okay? Now, students, then we have financial plan, which is normally will be 5-6 marks. Sorry, it can be 5-6 marks. It can be as high as 9 to 10 marks. This one I'll put 9 marks because this one, if it comes out, you should be happy. Okay? And you know what? Cash flow and financial plan is kind of similar to each other. Okay? Kind of similar to each other. Okay? The only difference is that they use different names for their final answer. They use different names to indicate their final answer, as well as financial plan normally involves savings. Okay, so that's the thing about it. I will write that because later I'm going to write the formula for you. And then the third one is about SMART, and per question 100% will be 5 marks. If let's say it comes up in your paper 2, okay, 5 marks. And this one is like the writing. Everything is like writing. Everything writing. And then finally, what we have? Finally, we have net worth. This one 2 marks, 3 marks, depends. But this one not really lah. It's just that it's in the textbook. I tell you lah. So this is net worth. Okay, net worth. So this one you can just throw it. If let's say I didn't mention it, also can. So I just throw it away. Okay, but I'll just put the formula for you. Okay, later lah. Now, so we start off with our very important cash flow versus financial plan. Okay, now so students, very simple situation. Okay, very simple situation. I'll just keep explaining, not like yesterday. I'm gonna talk to you and stuff because today is like impromptu. Suddenly I just open the knife and finish it, right? So very little people here, so I don't want to ask anything. Okay, I'll just straight go into the explanation. Okay, for cash flow, right? Cash flow, we always start with you see right? we always start with, okay, I put it over here, cash flow versus financial plan. So let's do something like a VS, okay, financial plan. So you start with total income. Students, total income, TI, total income. And same goes to your financial plan. Total income as well. Okay, total income as well. Okay, total income as well. And what do you have for your total income, everybody? Total income, you have two versions. We have active income. Okay, I'll put like the spelling here. We have active income and we have passive income. Okay, we have passive income. Same goes to here, active and passive income. What are active income? Very simple, everybody. In our chapter 10 syllabus, everything it's about employee. They don't want you to be the boss. Our government syllabus, right, is set everybody to be employee. You work for the bosses. So 100% you will get salary on. So your active income is always salary lor, your bonus lor, these kind of things lor. So this one you have to add in. Okay. Now, so of course allowance is also part of it. Okay, these are the things. Okay, so just get you some examples lah. Okay, then as for passive income, okay, let's say lah, for my situation, I work as a tuition teacher. So the salary from my tuition center to me, my salary, okay, then what is passive income? Let's say I have a hobby. My hobby is to coach someone skating. So I know how to skate, I coach somebody in skating, and I get some extra money from coaching people in skating. Then, okay, let's say I charge hourly 50 bucks. Okay, let's say hourly 50 bucks, and per month I can get a decent income of 500 ringgit, for example. Okay, 500 ringgit example lah. So students, that will be my passive income, not related to my tuition work. It's my side income, not related to my employer. So it's like my own extra initiative. Okay, or maybe let's say I also got teach home tuition, for example. It's not under my tuition center lah. So I teach like my cousin then after that my cousin paid me money a bit. Then that one is more to like passive income, not related to the actual job. So next, our minus. This one you put star. This one you put star. This one not really. They don't really put it under cash flow. But if let's say there is, you have to put it inside. Can you tell me you're gonna minus what? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna tell you. Normally we will minus expenses with you. But then if let's say there is savings, you have to minus first. You have to minus first. And the next thing will be I want students to remember something. Under our syllabus, the maximum realistic, it means possible to achieve one. The maximum realistic savings is always 20% of your total income. If let's say anything above 20%, okay, above 20%, they deem to be not realistic in real life. It means, come on, you take your whole salary, you save 30%, 50% of your total income. This is what textbook says is not possible because you have to what? You have to spend on your own personal lifestyle thing, right? Let's say you have housing loan, you have your credit card payment, you have your grocery to do lah. That's why they say not possible to be 30%, something like that lah. Okay, this is according to syllabus, everybody. Okay, 20% and above is not realistic. Anything 20% and below realistic, it means possible to book it up. Okay, so this one extra just to let you all know lah, in case you all don't know. Actually, there's some hidden info in textbook. Okay, then next we're gonna minus total expenses, everybody. Total expenses minus total expenses. You know what? Total expenses we have two lah. We have fixed expenses, we have variable expenses. Okay, we have fixed, we have variable. Okay, now students, so the example of fixed, I will tell you. Now, listen carefully. I'm not writing it. Listen carefully, and you can repeatedly just rewind and watch it. Fixed. Now, there is controversial. You have to be careful. Fixed. We have contract-based expenses. where if you didn't pay it up, there will be very, very serious, I would say, consequence lah. Very, very serious consequence. For example, housing loan. Housing loan. You try not to pay, your property DC. So they come and block, you cannot go in, something like that. Or maybe they will land along your house, something like that. So that will be fixed expenses where you cannot, why I categorize under fixed expense? Because, okay, number one, because it's fixed, the amount fixed already. Number two, if let's say you didn't pay it up, there is serious offense, a serious consequence. Okay, then next will be car loan. Okay, your car loan. And then if let's say you are renting house to stay, you try not to pay the rental, the owner will come and say, hey, you didn't pay very long already, it's time to get out of here. You get what I mean? So you don't have place to stay already, right? You see. Then next you have insurance. You try not to pay your insurance, they won't shoo you away. They don't want to insure you. Let's say you are paying medical insurance, then you didn't pay. You didn't pay the premium. You didn't pay. Gone. So if let's say touch wood, okay, you hospitalize. You want to use your medical card. Then the cashier say, hey, this one macam cannot use because you didn't pay. Then cannot. So you are not insured by the insurance company because you didn't pay. So that's why you will have serious consequences. Okay? But there is one which is controversial. Okay? What is it? Utility bills. For example, water bills, electric bills, what else? Telephone bills. Okay? Now all these like internet bills and stuff, right? All these utility bills, let me tell you something. If they ask you to categorize, you always categorize under variable. Reason, although if you didn't pay, they will chop. You cannot use the internet, you cannot use your phone, you don't have water supply, you don't have electricity, although it's quite serious. But then, why we categorize under variable if they ask you to categorize? Because you try go travel. Let's say you have travel holiday. You go and travel around, you are not in Malaysia for 2 weeks, or maybe you are not staying in your house, maybe you travel to Johor and stuff, okay, for 2 weeks, but then you didn't stay in the house. Come on, your electric bill cheaper already, your foreigner, something like that, so your water bill also cheaper by a bit, so that's why they fall under variable expenses. Understand? So the controversial one, you put it over here, utilities bill. Where utility bills, you have electric, you have water, you have internet. You have internet. Okay, can if they ask you to categorize, it will be variable. But sometimes they will categorize themselves. They might put it under fixed, then you follow them. Understand? Okay. So another one which is super controversial one, what is it? Okay, I tell you, I always mention this in the class because I'm telling those common mistake information. That's why students sometimes they will feel like, teacher, you mustn't mention before, especially Form 5 students, because I mentioned a lot of times. So that it's in your brain. Everything is inside. Okay? Now, so that's why when you feel boring because I repeat, so it means you already understand. You get what I mean? Okay? Now, I mean boring as in not that you don't understand, you already understand. If let's say you feel that, you should be happy about it because you already know how to do. Okay. So next, of course, after you do the minus everything, right? Eventually, you will either get positive value or maybe negative value. You will either get positive value or maybe negative value. So do you notice they share the same formula? Right? Okay. Now, the difference between their format will be cash flow. You can just put it into equation format. Equation format means like what you do, total income, then minus savings. If let's say there's any, then minus expenses, full stop, then you get the answer. But then for financial plan, cannot play like this one. Financial planner, you must follow a statement like information. You're gonna break into 2 columns on the right side. This is RN column. And this is for the details, everybody. This is for the details. And this is for the total. This is for the total. Yeah, this is for the total. And you know what? Let me show you one of the one of the iconic a few students exam paper, I show you one of the CHS financial plan question. You know what? You see? You should be happy, you know. They prepare the table for you. You see that? They prepare the table for you. You're so happy, correct? Right? But of course, even if they didn't prepare, you still can write it because it's just what? It's just total income minus savings, then minus expenses. And this one always together one. This one always together one. So the total, right? You have few total that you have to write. You know. This one you have to write what? Okay, number one of it is like your income. Income including saving one, including minus saving. Then after that, you have to write the total for what? For your fixed expense. Okay, then you have to write the total for your what? The total for your variable. Okay, variable expense. Okay, variable expense. And then eventually you will get your negative or probably negative values. Okay, so this is the format. We will do it. Okay, so we promise that this will be 10 marks for you. You should be happy about chapter 10. Okay. So next, so what is your negative and positive value, everyone? Okay, let me just put it over here nicely, symmetrical a bit. Okay, now, so in this case, I'm going to mention, if let's say cash flow, eventually you get a positive answer, that will be positive cash flow, everybody. Positive cash flow. If let's say negative answer, it will be negative cash flow. It will be bad. Okay, because your income is really, your expenses is really more than your income. Okay, now then, next, same thing. If let's say positive, calculation is the same. Format of writing it different. And then final answer, you don't use positive cash flow. You use the word surplus of income. Surplus of income. So this one you use the word deficit, lack. You don't have enough money already. Your cash flow doesn't work. Your financial plan doesn't work because your income more than. Okay, that will be a deficit. Okay. Now, then the next thing will be how if they ask you to what? To explain what you're gonna write. How if they ask you to suggest how you're gonna write? Everyone, I tell you, if let's say positive version one, right? No matter the question happens in cash flow or maybe happens in financial plan, you will use the word accordingly. So you remember to say total income more than total expenses. Therefore, you get positive cash flow. If they ask you to explain. Or maybe if let's say in financial plan point of view, you are right. If let's say they ask you to explain, okay, explain why surplus of income are better, then you write total income more than total expense, therefore we get a surplus of income. If they ask for explaining. If let's say negative, it's either negative cash flow or deficit, then you're right because total expense exceeded, okay, or maybe more than, okay, more than, this is the word more than. Okay, more than total income. So that's how you explain. But if they want you to suggest standard one, if they ask you to suggest, I tell you, because if let's say positive, they want you to suggest. They didn't ask you to suggest, you don't write. If they ask you to suggest, then you say we can use the positive cash flow to what? I tell you, you can use it to you see right here. Okay, you can save. You can save the positive cash flow. You can save the surplus of income. You see, okay, to, you see, save to what? Oh, I'm sorry. Save for emergency fund. This is the best explanation. Always use this one. Easy. No need to think so much. Because if you write something general, say to save, full stop. Not A plus the answer. You say save for emergency fund. Or if you really don't want, you can use save for what? Further investment. So that because student likes the word invest, you can write down save for further investment. Or maybe you can say what? Save for retirement. And number 4, you can write what? Save for, if let's say the question is about family, this person is a family guy, okay? You can write save for children education. Or maybe if let's say you want lucky best, if let's say there's any goal related, This one, if I say family related. If I say goal related, this person want to buy something, buy laptop lah, buy bicycle lah, want to buy what? Buy like washing machine lah. Normally you will ask this kind of things. Okay. So then you will write what? You will write you want to save to achieve. This one number 5. Save to achieve what? Always use the word financial goal. You see it? Wow, the answer A+. But wait, students, don't write all the 5 in your exam. People just write one only. You write, if let's say they want to suggest, you just say save for emergency fund, full stop. That's A+ already. Okay, if let's say the question negative, they ask you to suggest that. Let's say negative, they want you to suggest that. What happened? Hey, this one, standard one, you can use for both. You can use for both. Okay, standard one, that's why I said I put together and explain. Okay, if let's say they want you to suggest, very simple. You always what? Hey, think about it, everybody. If let's say you are having difficulty in your cash flow, you are having difficulty because it's deficit in income. Okay, deficit. So what you will do? Optimistically, right? You will say, earn more money, right? But you don't say, teacher, I increase my active income lah. Cannot. Not to say not possible, you know. Imagine now you are working. Okay, let's say I'm working for tuition, my tuition center lah. Working for Yutian. Okay, TTC. Then I got deficit in income. Very sad. So I approached Yutian and said, hey, boss, I'm having deficit in my financial plan. Can you increase my salary? Think about it. If let's say you are the boss, don't say you are the boss, you are my boss. I tell you this thing, what you will say. Maybe you will suggest me, let's say you are like brother to me, you say, hey, then you have to plan and see what happened to expenses. Right? That would be the good side. Let's say it's not somebody where it's very, very close to you, then what they will say, get out of here. It's not your business. Do it yourself. Right? Come on, you improve your active income for what? You improve your passive income because you can control that. You increase what? You will suggest the person to increase passive income. You don't say increase income, too general. Because increase income include active, how you increase active. I'm not saying not possible, but it's something where you cannot control. Passive income you can control, you can do it yourself. You want, you can use your hobby and go and help out. Like for my case, if let's say I have difficulty, I go and teach somebody drawing, teach somebody skating, or teach somebody with my skills, or maybe take some home tuition to increase passive income, right? I can control that. Okay, I become a mini boss, right? And increase passive income and reduce variable expenses. You don't say like, teacher, why can't I decrease my fixed expenses? You try decreasing it. I mean, you decrease housing loan and see. You call the bank and say, hey, I want to decrease my housing loan. You know what happened? They will ask you to fill this form, fill that form, then we calculate the valuation of the house again, blah, blah, blah. Wow, I tell you, better don't. You just reduce variable expenses and earn more money using passive income. That would be the best suggestion. Okay? Now, students, I forget to talk about something very important. Just now I said, besides this very controversial utility bills, right? Just now I forget about this thing. Don't forget you are working adults over here. Okay? You are not students. When you're doing this chapter, you're working adults. Okay? My question is, you are the parent now, you're the parent. And then allowance to your parents. You're working, allowance to parents, your parents already allowance to parents. It falls under fixed expense or variable expense. In real life, you might say that's fixed expense, but then, syllabus is supposed to be variable. Because if let's say you have some like financial difficulty, you can talk to the parents and say, hey, I'm so sorry. This month, I think I need to push to next month to give it to you. So you see whether your parents okay or not. If let's say they are okay with the cash flow thing, they have extra savings, they will help you out because you can nego. Not like fixed expense and you try to nego with them, they say contract say cannot. If let's say 1 month or maybe 2 months you didn't pay, gone already, that's called fixed. So that's why allowance to parents, allowance to your own children, allowance to wife, these are variable expenses. Student think too much. They say, no, but my daddy say, allowance to wife, you must put under fixed. You try not to give to mommy and see. No, it's variable. Come on, you have to discuss one. But then, this one important. Under taxation in your next year chapter, there is, how about alimony fee? You know what is alimony fee? It means husband wife already divorced. Under legal contract, they sign already. Every month, the husband need to pay 500 ringgit to the wife as support to the family or maybe the children. This is under legal contract. This is fixed expense. You see or not? See or not? You understand? Alimony fee. This one. Alimony fee. So this is what? Allowance to family member. Your parents lah, or maybe your wife lah, or maybe your kids, your children. You see or not? You see very, very detailed explanation. I tell you, this one is the best explanation really. Only explanation part. Now, we will get into the question and try it out. Okay, get into the question and try it out. Okay, everyone, I will straight get into the question. Perfect. If let's say you think this is super perfect, at least you let me know so I know whether my teaching over here for financial plan, you understand the concept or not. Okay, especially students when you watch recording, you are not over here in the live because live now got 10 people only. Okay, so you can let me know in Instagram so I can keep improving lah. Okay, so messaging me is not to show that you are like, oh teacher, I want to show off to you. No, it's to improve myself. So I can see whether you understand or don't understand. Especially you can type to me in the chat when you're reading recording so I know. Okay, thank you everybody. Now, so the next thing will be we will try out a cash flow related question in 17A. It's only 4 marks, normally 5 marks, 4 marks, it depends. Okay, now so very simple stuff, let's do it. Encik Yuva is a mechanic employee again, an employer. His basic salary 2,000. He received monthly overtime allowance 450 per month. Okay, then this will be your 2,000 plus 450. That will be total income. You don't have to write the title. Even if you spell wrongly like he was, better don't. Okay, better don't. Okay, don't spell out. He lived in the terrace house with a rental of 750. This will be the fixed. So you minus 750 now. Utility bills, monthly car installment and cost of petrol are 350, 450, 180 respectively. Every month, he spent 900 on food. So minus 900. Students, easy or not? I think standard 6 can do. Let's say they understand English. Because normally from China's school, so English might be a problem to them. So we have to slowly get used to the what? Get used to the language. So, ayo, students, negative 180 So you put there negative cash flow lah. You put it by the side, you have to write like this, This is how I write in exam. So negative RM 180. Oh, correct. Then after you do the calculation, they say, give a suggestion on how he can improvise. Just how I said, increased variable, passive income, reduce variable expenses. You write there. Okay, Mr. Yuva is suffering a negative cash flow of negative 180. Okay, so we will suggest him to increase increase passive income. In this case, because there is no passive income, so you will write, okay, suggest him to start to have passive income and reduce variable expenses. Okay, expenses. So if let's say you want to really suggest what kind of variable expenses are, then you can say maybe can reduce a bit on what? On the food. Okay, reduce a bit on the what the utility bills, okay, something like that lah. But this one is perfect. This answer is perfect. Okay, so 4 marks away. That's all. That's all. That's all already. Okay. Now, so the next one. Okay, the next one. Okay. The next one. Hey, Cashflow done. Done. If I say positive, then you know what to do. Really, I really suggest to you. Right now, this one Cashflow. Cashflow. So you cannot put something like deficit. No. This one cashflow, you have to use negative cashflow or maybe positive cashflow for this case. Okay. Now, so students, next. This one. B is about financial plan. Okay, financial plan. Okay, let me tell you something, everybody. By right, this question I copied from one of the Catholic high school Form 5 paper. And originally, they provide these sheets for you. Can you see there's a financial plan sheets? They provide to you one, you know, but I don't want to use it because there is case where they really want you to construct the whole thing yourself. So I will assume that we don't have the what's it called, the financial plan sheets. We will draw it ourselves because there is case where they want to draw it yourself. Okay, but most of the time they will give it to you one. Okay. Now, so B, you have monthly salary, allowance, commission, rental, dividend. Looks like this one is the income thing. So under income, which one active, everyone? Are there? Monthly salary active, allowance active, commission received passive. What's this? Rental received passive, dividend passive, because this is not related to the actual job. This one related to actual job. Okay, then after that, next one, expenses. Housing loan, fixed. Insurance premium, fixed, right? Remember I said that? Food and drinks, variable. Is it variable? Petrol, variable. Phone bills, variable. Phone bills, variable. Travel, variables. Allowance to parents, variable. You see? So we know what to do already. Okay? So, they say Adelia keeps 20% of her salary as fixed monthly savings. Salary, salary. So the savings will be how much? Savings will be 20%. They say salary only. So you take 3500 times with how much? Times with 20%, 0.2. So this will be 700 lah. And then 200 and as a savings for emergency fund. So this will be 200 lah. Okay, 700 and 200. This is under savings lah. Then they say calculate Adelia's fixed monthly saving. Okay. Fixed monthly saving 3500 times 0.2 RM 700. Okay, nice. So we get the answer already, RM 700. Wait, let's move on. So they will mention that you just write according to what they say. Write according to what they say. Very, very obvious one, everyone. Okay, next. Okay, next. Now the next one is say calculate Adelia's total active income, total passive income, total fixed expenses, and total variable expenses in January. Okay, B. So let's do total active income. So total active income will be RM. I will just straight write the answer because there is a very obvious 350 and 250 already. It will be 3750 lah. Okay, 3750. Is it? Okay, 3750. Then next, what else? What else? Sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody. I missed out the commission thing. Commission is active because commission is where, let's say you are a salesperson. When you sell something, right, they will get you commission. It's under your salary. Because salary, that one is like basic. Okay, commission is an extra added to it. So I missed out that. I'm so sorry. Okay, wait. Okay. So I will add it now. I see whether I got add wrongly or not. 250. Let me check nicely first. I scared I take the wrong figure. Yeah, okay. Can. So active income, let me just do a quick check to my answers. I scared to do the wrong thing for you. Okay, students. Yeah. Okay, students. Now, so I'll put it like this lah. So commissioner, let me just do a quick check lah. Okay, suppose I change the fixed answer a bit lah. To me, I change for you all lah. To me, commission allowance monthly salary falls under your total salary. Okay, like why I say it's together as a total active income, because like number one, this question, right, although they didn't mention Alida work as what, but I'll treat it this way. Let's say you talk about salesperson. Okay, so allowance is like let's say under your salary package, you travel a lot of places, right? So they give you allowance to top up into your salary, something like that. And then commission is where once you sell something, right? You sell something, then according to the selling price, for example, let's say you are selling car. Okay, so every car that you sell, maybe they get you 1% of it, maybe they get you 0.4% about it. So commission is tied to your actual job. So this one I put under active income. This one passive. Okay, so I'll put it that way lah. So because I'm scared if I didn't mention it perfectly, a student might confuse. This one falls under your actual job. Okay. Now because sometimes commission it can be passive. That's why a bit controversial over here lah. Why I say sometimes commission can be under passive because maybe the person work as an engineer, for example. Then side income he work as a perfume seller. You know what I mean? So sometimes commission can be passive. That's why this question there is a part where you can argue because they didn't mention Adina work as one. Okay, so for me, I will fix it for you. I will treat it as, let's say Adina is a salesperson. But if let's say you have any confusion there, right? Always go back to your school teacher. I say, teacher, this person didn't mention work as what, so it's a bit hard for me to determine. Then you can argue to get your marks. Okay, so it will be active 3500 plus 250 because suddenly I got stuck a bit like, why suddenly there is a different figures given in the answers. Okay, so this one I change 4200. Okay, 4200 passive I will add 1400 and 900. This will be 2300 so I put here total passive everybody. Okay, total passive income RM 2300. And then for fixed, okay, for fixed, total fixed, because they want every single part, okay, total fixed expenses. Nice. Total fixed expenses, it will be RM 1580 plus 420. It will be RM 2000. And then finally we have our total variable expenses. Okay, in this case, our total variable expenses will be 1200, 600, 120, 500, and 800. It will be RM 3220. That's all. So that will be 4 marks for that. So just now previously 1 mark for the 700 thing. So 1 and then 4, total 5 marks. Really okay, nice. And then does Adelia active income and passive income change in February? Explain. Okay, change in February. Now, students, in this case, right? Let me see. Did I miss out a bit of information? because I copied from CHS paper, but I didn't notice front part whether there's any continuous information or not. You'll give it a bit of time. We know. Oh, sorry, students. Okay, now. No, I missed out a word there. You see, I read again. Adida received an interest of 480 from her fixed savings account in February. Adida's other income and other expenses in February are the same as in January. Number one, does Adida active income and passive income change in February? Okay, explain. So students, active income will change or not? Active income won't change. Okay, right there, C number one, active income, no changes because interest is a passive income. Okay, passive income. That's the explanation. Then the next thing will be, how about no. Okay, so then full stop. That's all. Explanation. That's all. That's all. Then the next thing will be number two. Hence, complete Adidas financial plan in February. The answer sheet provided you cancel. We will write it ourselves. Okay, we will draw it ourselves. So for this case, our financial plan, you have to be careful because the financial plan on top, okay, the financial plan on top doesn't include interest. Yeah, so in this case, we have to make sure our interest is correct. Okay, so let me show you our process. Okay, I will design the things nicely. Okay, I will design the things nicely. Okay, now, so everybody, let's get into the drawing now. So I'll put it here. So this is the financial plan. Let's do it. This is the financial plan for February. They asked for February, Okay, then now we will start off with what? Total income. You see how I write total income, and then total income will be active income, but in your exam you write nicely Okay, I just write short form because I want to make it fast. I got date later. I have to be fast already. Then next we have passive income. Now, so we're gonna break into two parts. Yeah, break into two parts. Okay, I kanchong already now. Okay, now, so active income, just now we have it. No changes on, right? The details, put it over here, everybody. Details, put it over here. So we have 4200, no changes. But then our what? But then our passive income originally supposed to be 2300, correct? So now the 2300, we're gonna add up with interest of how much? Interest of 480. So now we have 2780. So included the interest into it because this one is February now. Right? Okay, then the next one we have total income. So we will underline, we get the total income first because I said this one you have to include savings. So total income plus 4200. Total income 6980. This one total income, I put the name there. So after total income, now we get into the savings. So we have to minus savings number one, everyone. Minus, maybe I put the word minus better. Minus savings got two. Savings number one, is it? Fixed savings, I put that. Fixed savings. In your exam, you have to write nicely. But I already said most of the exam, they will provide, you see, they will provide something like this, a sheet for you. But that will be most of the time. There is case where you have to state it yourself. Okay, next, fixed one will be 700. You have to minus that. And then after that, we have to minus another, which is emergency fund, which is 200. And now, after you minus, finally you get your income balance. You're left over minus 700 and 200. You will get 6080. Students, that's the income balance. And now you will continue with your minus, okay, minus total, you see, total fixed expenses. Total fixed expenses, you underline this one. Okay, minus, I put the bracket there. Then you have to put, there is two only. There's two fixed. Okay, let me read it. The fixed will be housing loan and insurance premium. Housing loan, insurance premium. You put the details over here. Housing loan, we have 1580, and insurance premium, we have 420. 420. Oh my gosh. Anyone over here? Is my mic clearer now? I forgot to on my mic. Gosh. So now clearer or actually is the same? Oh, it's the same, right? Oh, then good. Oh, scare me. Oh, but now clearer lah. But is it like super big difference? Oh. Just like too rush already eh. Forget to on my mic. Aiyo. Never mind. Okay, continue. Okay, now we don't want the bottom steam. Okay, now so first I have to add up lah. Where just now we have the answer already is 2000. We're gonna put it by the side. 2000. The total you have to put here and 2000. Okay. Now then next we have to minus. You put the same thing on minus total variable expenses. Okay, total variable expenses. Okay, now then in this case, then you have to put the detail. Oh, this one a lot. Oh, this one. So you're gonna put like your food and drinks, petrol, telephone bill, travel, allowance, parents, everything. Now this one I leave it to you, everybody. You're gonna write dot. You have to write all the informations out lah. Okay, you have 5 of them, and then you draw a line. You will get your variable just now. How much? Variable just now we have 3220 mark, right? Then you will minus, take this one, minus, you will get 860. And this 860, you have to put it there. Okay, you have to put it there. This is your surplus of income. And you will get how many marks, students? By right, if they ask you to write the whole thing, right? Okay, the whole thing, everything, right? You will get way more than 4 marks, because this one I put there 4 marks. But this one you draw the whole thing, you write everything nicely yourself, it will be way more than 4, probably like 6, 7, something like that. Okay, you get what I mean? Okay, now so this one I'll leave it to you. I will quickly mention our final part. Okay, final part. Final 2 parts, everyone. Final 2 parts. SMART, the third one, and our net worth, which is very simple, rubbish. Okay, now so understand your financial management, financial plan version, cash flow also. Okay, so everybody, our final part, SMART, I will guide you on how to do it. It's a fixed way to write it, everybody. It's a fixed way. So let me just take it away and open up my financial management booklet in my normal class. Okay, I'll just open it and show it to you, where the information, everything designed by who? Designed by Gaby. Yeah, Gaby is the one that designed the whole thing. So I actually use the notes. Wait, let me open up first. Okay, got it. Okay, everyone, look at this. Now, so what I do is that I will open up one of the question. Okay, now this question relating to Lisa. Can you see Lisa? Lisa wants to buy a new smartphone for her boyfriend as a birthday gift. By saving 3,000 in 6 months, she will save 500 per month from her income as a dancer. Okay, which is RM 3,600 each month. Okay, so what is SMART? Let me introduce the student first. Okay, now I put it over here. Students, now I'm gonna explain SMART. SMART. Students. S stands for specific. Because you know what? Students like, teacher, what the heck is SMART? But some students actually mentioned that, teacher, I learned this in RBT. I'm not sure, I didn't see RBT syllabus before, but this is what they mentioned to me. Okay, so SMART is actually consider something like a checklist. So if let's say you manage to achieve all these checklists like specific goals, your goal is like measurable according to prizes, then A as in how do you achieve it, achievable, but of course monetary term. How do you achieve? You don't say, teacher, we have to every morning say I can do it. No, not this kind of achievable, This achievable, aka attainable, is where you have to save how much per month to achieve it. Then after that, R is realistic. Just now I said, students, in the chat, I wait for you. There's a few, like 5-6 students only. Can you tell me realistic savings? It will be how many percent? In order to achieve any financial goal, you can only touch your surplus of income to achieve your financial goal. Worst, you can touch savings, but not with specific title like your retirement lah, emergency lah. If let's say they just say that fixed monthly saving, you can touch it for financial goals. If not, the only you can touch is only surplus of income, just like that one. Just now, the previous question about Adelia, if let's say the question fits SMART inside, the only amount that you can touch to achieve financial goal is the 860. Okay? Thank you very much, Vision. 20% and below, it's a realistic savings. Okay? Now, T, it will be time bound. Okay, time bound, so I put there. This one, specific goals, you have to write it. And then this one is about monetary term on the goals. A is about save, how much to achieve. Okay, then R is about, it must be 20% of your income only. Okay, your total income. If let's say, lesser equals to, if let's say more than that, it will be not realistic, then cannot achieve already. Then this will be time bound, so that will be the idea of your SMART. Okay, I will use this and I will teach you how to write a fixed SMART to achieve your 5 marks. So let's go back to the Lisa question. Okay, now see, you can screenshot this. You can write it with me. I'll read it now. Lisa wants to buy a new smartphone for her boyfriend as a birthday gift. That will be the goal. So you put there, Lisa wants to buy a new smartphone. Full stop. Okay, maybe you want to write for her boyfriend. Up to you lah. But the goal is to buy a new smartphone lah. Okay, as a birthday gift, okay, so then you say the smart hole. The smart hole, okay, is RM 3000. So A will be attainable, achievable. Yeah, kind of, but don't as long as you use a fixed way to write it, then can already. And so it doesn't affect if let's say you're weak in English. For my case, my grammar very bad, but I still can write it. Okay, so A, how do you achieve it? By savings. RM, how much? 500 per month. For how many months? For 6 months. Okay, she will be able to achieve. But no need waste your time. Okay, this one can already. That's why I said I try to make it as short as possible. Right? And after that, for realistic, then you have to calculate a bit, but you don't have to show lah. So he said that Lisa gonna save 500 per month, so we take 500 divided by the total income, which is 3,600 times 100, and see whether this is within 20% or not. 500 divided by 3,600. Oh, nice, 18.88, 13.88, nice. So we put there, RM 500 is 13.88% of her total
income. Okay, income. Therefore, it is realistic. Therefore, it is realistic. Real. R-E-A-L-I-S-T-I-C. Realistic. Okay, understand more. Now, then the next one comes already. The next one, see. Now, the next one. Okay, Lisa needs 6 months. Okay, needs 6 months to achieve her financial goal. Full stop. Okay, students, you have one thing to do it for me to prove that you know how to write SMRT according to the template above. Don't use textbook one too long already. They repeat a lot of words. Don't waste your time. Okay, use IU. IU wants to save 7,000, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this one. Use this and send it to me in Instagram so I can see whether you can write a proper SMART or not. So every single student, okay? Now, so, but not now lah, later. Okay, later. Okay, Job, last part. Net worth. Then call off and wish you all the best in your exam. And normal class, of course, we will continue with our probability. We are still there in probability, okay? Now, so final part, it will be what? Net worth. Okay, I'll put in green color, net worth. I tell you, this is the funniest question of all. You see, net worth this one. Okay, net worth. Net worth. Total asset minus total liability. In case students don't know what is asset, I give you a few examples. Okay, don't worry if let's say you didn't take accounts, it's okay. An asset is something that you own. You own it. Liability is something that you owe. For example, what is asset? Your car, car is an asset, no? Your house, law. But you don't say you rent, cannot. Okay, I mean you rent to stay inside, cannot. Okay, you bought the house. Okay, even if you bought using loan, that's still your asset. But then your loan that happens to be an O, that would be liability. Okay, the money that happens in your bank account, that's an asset. Okay, that's an asset. Or maybe you have bank account, but you're using check and you have overdraft. Overdraft means you owe the bank money. Liabilities. Okay, so these are the few examples. I show you how they ask, then you will know how funny is the question really. See? 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 The information below shows the personal balance sheet of Mr. Lee. Calculate the net worth. Total asset, everything they put for you already. Minus total liability. Easy nia. 247,950 minus 147,600. So 247,950 minus 147,600. You will get RM 100, 350. Bang. Done. And then is Mr. Lee net worth shows positive value? Yes. Give a reason. Because total asset. You know what I want to write already? More than total liabilities. Okay, liabilities. Oops. Liabilities. Call off. Okay, thank you for your attention, everybody. Okay, please make sure your chapter 10 free marks on, more like 10 marks plus. Okay, so give your best in your exam. Okay, for normal class students, make sure you bring your probability lah. Okay, we'll be completing probability together. Okay. Oh, 瑞奇哥，你加油！优秀。OK， 优秀，很好。哎，你叫你弟弟 check 一下啊，我已经放在那个 GC 了，他有没有看到？我已经放了那些 chapter 13chapter 12给他看，还有 chapter 不懂就是 revision 如果他看不到，叫他 message 我跟我讲一看。OK 在他的 Google Classroom 如果看不到跟我讲，因为有一两个学生讲看不到，把其他的都看到。OK So everybody, thank you very much. Okay, give your best in your exam, of course. I'm going to stop here today. Okay, I'm rushing to another event. Okay, bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye. 再见了，瑞希哥。